pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
On the set.
Mike 54. Here we go.
On first down, Herbert. And his first look is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
On the ground, Kamara. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Back to throw. Herbert out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
Leo.
Check 50.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
To throw on second down. Herbert. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the gun on third down. Herbert.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Mike 5-4. And let's get this.
On fourth down, Herbert. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Ready? Step with the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. You.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
17 yards and a giant first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out of the gun now on third down. This is Coleman with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Jason Barrett running down. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Target. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Operating from the gun, Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
3rd and 14.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on first down. Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. On first down, Herbert. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Raekwon McMillan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Herbert, and he's going to go down again. Raekwon McMillan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Looking to throw. Herbert buying time to his left. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Quit talking about Bravo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
2nd and long. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. 24. Hard. Check 25. He's coming. He did it.
From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Herbert. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The stop by Marcus Davenport. 5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Looking to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, New York.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down, New York.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Looking to throw. Herbert.
Started to look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Look at me. Score.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here we go. Set. 56 the outlaw. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Let's go.
56. Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up third and 10.
Go. Get it.
To throw on third down. Herbert. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Lorenzo Carter. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
21 yards there on 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, and they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, Zoo.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's put him on the
Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Alpha.
Watch the run.
Back to throw. Herbert, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert dancing to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, wahoo!
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, check, 59. Hey, hey, hey.
Ready?
To throw again. Herbert. Being chased out left. Wilson's got it complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dexter Lawrence able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Rashawn Gary in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Forced out to it, and the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Watch the pass.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
No.
On 4th down, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Here we go. Here we go. That's it.
They will run again with Coleman. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.